I'm gonna need to swap mics in a bit. I've never heard of agenda free, but it was all like pro-Israel shit. It was weird. And another guy took a screenshot of his name. I don't know who it was. Oh shit, my battery's dying. Hold on. No soft mics. Give me a sec. We'll watch Cops while we do this. This mic might be really loud, just so you know. So give me a moment. Fucking hell. Mic's gonna go out. All right, we're back. Cozy Dinks, was it making noises? Sorry about that. I'm gonna put my stuff back.
Will be free from the sea to the river. Palestine will live forever. From the river to the sea.
Fucking drone again. God, how much money is going to that drone?
Resistance is justified when people are occupied. Resistance is justified when Gaza is occupied. The occupation has to end. We will not move. We will not bend.
Hold on,
Has
chat.
to end. We will not move. We will not bend. The occupation has to end. There is only one solution. Intifada revolution. There is only one solution. Intifada revolution.
I had a Fuller's goal. I didn't even know. I should have turned it off. I wasn't expecting to get that much audience. Sorry about that. And notifications too. Cops have moved vexingly. There's a clear dividing crowds with people standing on that side and people standing on this side. Press, I think it's mostly press on that side. CUNY organizers are taking the admin out building? That's wild. I'm mad I didn't go to CUNY, but I would also not be up close and personal with the actions.
when you know you're here, and you would be chanting here with us right now. You could be honoring the legacy of him with us right now. Last night, we saw a victory for the students who stand on the right side of history. We were actually part of this victory. We continued the legacy, the revolutionary legacy of anti-imperialist students who came before us. Of students who refused to pay for death and destruction and genocide. We are reclaiming our rights on campus. We are the liberated territory, and most importantly, here in this world, we are honoring every martyr of Palestine.
I may have actually turned notifications off.
Because of the brutal genocide that the U.S. funds and Colombia profits from. Our necessary action was in response to the repression and violence from our nation. And we, nonetheless, we were victorious. Colombia has decided to threaten us again with suspension and to put its own students under a siege.
I think they're dispersing. I think they're forcing a dispersal. Yeah, they're threatening arrests. To be clear, literally nothing is happening. They're just talking, and they're being told to disperse. Chad, I think I'm gonna go across the street just so I can keep the camera pointed at this. I don't know if they're dispersing down the street or where. But again, to be clear, they're just talking on the mic.
Administration is scared of the students, and frankly, they should be. They know that we have the power, and that we will ensure that we will win.
It might be a 116. 120. Yes, I think something's going on. Hold on. Something's going on down on the street at the bottom. They're not telling this crowd to disperse. There's a different crowd.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay on the sidewalk. Again, that crowd was remaining completely calm. They've got a speaker talking to the crowd right now. But the dispersal siren seems to be coming from out here. Unless they are walking this way.
You will be placed under arrest on the charge of disorderly conduct. If you do not cooperate, then since you have refused to disperse.
Okay, they want people to disperse. All right. They're doing it by force. They're just pushing into this area. I'm gonna stay in front of them at a distance.
Voluntarily, no charges will be placed against you. If you refuse to disperse, you will be placed under arrest and charged with disorderly conduct. This is the New York City Police Department.
The other crowd is yelling shame now.
Pedestrian traffic. You are ordered to disperse now to permit the safe flow of pedestrian traffic. If you do so voluntarily, no charges will be placed against you.
They've opened the gates.
You will be placed under arrest and charged with disorderly conduct. This is the New York City Police Department. You are unlawfully obstructing pedestrian traffic. You are ordered to disperse now to permit the safe flow of pedestrian traffic. If you do so voluntarily, no charges will be placed against you. If you refuse to disperse, you will be placed under arrest and charged with disorderly conduct. This is the New York City Police Department. You are unlawfully obstructing pedestrian traffic.
There is no pedestrian traffic here, by the way, that they're obstructing. So that's just not a true statement.
No charges will be placed against you. If you refuse to disperse, you will be placed under arrest and charged with disorderly conduct. This is the New York City Police Department. You are unlawfully obstructing pedestrian traffic. You are ordered to disperse now to permit the safe flow of pedestrian traffic. If you do so voluntarily, no charges will be placed against you. If you refuse to disperse, you will be placed under arrest and charged
Are
with
they
disorderly
chanting?
conduct. This is the New York City
Are they
Police
chanting
Department.
move like a...
You are unlawfully obstructing pedestrian
Hold on,
traffic.
I need to hear this. They're chanting move as if they're military something.
If you do so voluntarily, no charges will be placed against you. If you refuse to disperse, you will be placed under arrest and charged with
Okay.
This is the New York City Police Department. For unlawfully obstructing pedestrian traffic, you are ordered to disperse now to permit the safe flow of pedestrian traffic. If you do so voluntarily,
Again, there is no pedestrian traffic here. People were moving through freely.
Can you tell my security?
You want security?
Did you give me like a couple more inches?
Yep,
Thank you
you
so
got
much.
it. Let me go around. So many people here. I love seeing live view screens. People are moving in. To be clear, they're pushing through a crowd that was there before. Students are also coming in. God damn, bro, these cops are like a mirror. Look at this.
I don't know if there's enough officers.
Just running straight into journalists.
You'll post another video.
They're like the moon. They're reflective.
They've erected another barrier. Some more barriers are up. And then they're going to drag these out to.
I want to see if this lady wants to say something. It is impossible to see what's going on back there. They have not pushed past the barrier yet. I keep my distance now, just because I saw them move fast. I mean, you saw this lady got like bumped by the cops pushing. Being a cop is not a job. I'll be honest with you. That's a choice. We've got a drone flying above. Cop cars moving up, making arrests potentially. Spy drone. Being operated from that little van back there. Tons of cop cars mobilized on this side.
I got a story to tell. Are we telling the truth? Or are we gonna lie? Bon Jovi was all or nothing. It was real fun. And then it really get out of control. But there was no way we were gonna slow down. I was going through his challenges. I'm optimistic and also scared. But it's all or nothing.
We all have an inner critic, but we have the power to quiet it. The inner critic can crush our confidence.
That's okay. Just breathe.
But we can hit back. Introducing the Joy Project, our commitment to spreading joy. The first step, quieting our inner critics.
It looks good, Mom.
Yeah, and helping others do the same. This Mother's Day, the joy of celebrating moms is all around us. Shop fragrances and amazing gifts for any mom at Ulta Beauty.
See, Home Quote Explorer lets you easily compare home insurance options so you can get what you need without overpaying.
Yeah, we spent a lot on this kitchen.
Oh, yeah, really high-end stuff.
Sorry, that's our ghost.
Yeah, okay.
It's more annoying than anything.
Too bad there's mold behind the backsplash. Yep. That's mold.
Well then, let's see if we can save you some money with Progressive.
Guess how much I originally paid for this fireplace? $23. Materials and labor.
Just ignore him.
You got bamboozled.
In case you didn't hear that, the protester yelled, "You're a fucking adult playing with drones. You're fucking embarrassing." Damn. The intersection is 116 in Amsterdam. Oh, they're taking away students. You can see there. Crowd's moving back up. They'd moved back this whole time. Now they moved back up. The media section on the other side of the street is now fully covered with protesters again. Yeah, just to be clear, I'm going to repeat this. The machine, the speakerphone, whatever the hell that's called, was saying that you're obstructing pedestrian traffic. Pedestrian traffic has been flowing through this area for the past 2.5 hours since the barricades came up. The only thing that was blocking pedestrian traffic was the police barricades, which would not allow non-students to go through. So I don't know what the warrant is. I don't know what the reasoning for arrest is. More cops moving in. More cops. This is full riot gear now. Full riot gear cops. Full riot gear cops being deployed, possibly even on this side of the street. I'm going to stay right here with the media. At this point, I don't have another place to go. Behind me is protesters. Disgusting. I don't know why full riot gear. You've been watching me for 2 hours live. I don't know why full riot gear is needed in a crowd just chanting. This is what free speech looks like. I don't know. I mean, from any impartial point of view, the last 2 hours should speak for themselves. I don't know why riot gear is needed here. I can't even count how many riot gear police there's out here. 80 at least, 100. The drone is flying up above again.
Because right now it's a frozen zone. We are trying to.
But if we're here, we're not subject to arrest. It's over there.
So right now, our focus is on.
We will be warned before anything happens. Thank you. That's on video. It's on video. So oh my God, what the hell is that? Wait, did they jump on top of the... Wait, oh no, that's riot police with a riot shield. On top of a fucking... I don't even know what the fuck that is. What the fuck is that? Why are my tax dollars paying for that? That's a fucking tank. What the fuck is this? I'm sorry, this is... that is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. What the fuck? What the fuck is that? How much fucking tax money has gone into that? What the fuck? That's a 2-layered armored bus.
It's a SWAT truck. It's a SWAT truck.
SWAT truck.
You okay?
Sorry. Just to be clear, we'll get to be here, right? We're allowed to be here, correct?
I think it's funny that they don't understand why riot gear is needed.
Drones above again.
You guys are outsiders, and this is our campus.
And they kept arriving more and more by the dozen. We just showed you that massive vehicle with police officers on top of that truck. It's part of the NYPD emergency unit. We were across the street. There were some reporters and journalists who were across the street, but we've now been told.
I just think it's hilarious that this user maybe on Twitch cannot figure out how to turn off his notifications. It's sad and hilarious.
Big concern by the closeness of the protesters to the press. The cop seems to like it though. She gave a nice thumbs up. It's a wild response to be yelled, but shame on you. To smile and thumbs up. Protesters beyond are still using their microphones. It seems like the barricade, the entrance that I've been standing on for so long has been removed now. The only point to allow students to go in and out has now been removed.
Where are you?
Adrian, I'm just going to interrupt you for a second.
You're not arrested, yeah?
Massive NYPD.
You're watching this crazy ass machine.
So I'm just going to get talking.
No, we're by the press on the other side. Huh? No, we're near it, but not on it.
Drone is right above.
Oh my God, so where's the window?
It seems will be.
Oh, they're moving into the building.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, 1 sec.
What the hell? They're invading the building right now.
Oh no, don't move into the building. Don't clear out the building. That would be bad.
That is a ladder. Fuck. That is a ladder going into the building. I cannot. Oh my god, my Zoom. Do you see those lights? That's a ladder. Jesus Christ! Look at this police presence. Look at these riot shields. They're just raiding the fucking students as if they're fucking terrorists. They're breaking the windows right now. I'm sorry, but this is not a free fucking country. I don't know what the fuck else to say. I've never seen this. I've never seen this in my life. I'm shocked. I'm sure I'm being cringe as fuck, but this is.
Oh,
I don't know how to react in this situation. Again, that's a double-layered armored vehicle called the ESU from the. I don't even.
That was a warning.
And they have a ladder going into the window of the Hamilton building, the Hind building, which I've been standing in front of for the past 3 hours. People have not been acting in any form of or way violent. They were dispersed. They were dispersed for obstructing the street. The only thing obstructing them were the barricades which the police set up. They're forcing press to go further back.
I got view here of them actually entering into the building itself. I'll go ahead and share that. So this is actually them going into the building. I was trying to get his to embed here and I could show them side by side, but I couldn't. Unfortunately, the position he's in, you can't see it very well. You can kind of see it in the background, but you can see this one a lot better. How dare you enter the building to clear it out? All yelling shame about it. Well, there was some protesting that you could have done, but taking over the building is not one of them. Occupying the building was not options 1, 2, or 3. Wasn't even option 5. Listen to this bullcrap. No, you can probably hear it better what they're saying on his.
Layered fucking armored bus that I've never seen in my life before, with a metal armored ladder with full riot gear with shields, busting into the Hamilton Hall, renamed into the Hind Hall.
But here they are. Those are probably going to bust doors open. That's probably what he's carrying right there. That's probably going to bust open doors. He's vastly misrepresenting what's going on here. That's just crazy. Ooh, I think I've got a much better shot from this here.
They're going into right now, but right now I think we're up to about 9 or 10 officers that have made the
This
way
is
in.
live officer view right there.
And there is a line behind.
At least I'm assuming that that's the officer live stream. Just one after another going in. They try to give them all sorts of chances. All sorts of chances to protest in a way that did not violate the campus policies that they're allowed to have in place. And they didn't want to do it. So
We'll never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated.
look at just the long line of people that they're sending in. Long line of people. And this guy over here. Just acting like it's all being just so evil for them to want to take back the building that the university owns, not the students. The university. And here's the thing, like, universities can get, like, funding from the government, but they're still kind of, like, Wright State University in my home state. Wright State University gets things like Pell Grants that is given to the students and then is given to the college. Or however it ends up like that, I can't remember. It's been a while. But the money eventually at some point is given to the college itself.
Cameras are active.
But
body cams are active.
The state of Ohio does not necessarily own all of those buildings.
Even in front of the press.
The university does. So the university,
excuse me. Sorry. Excuse me.
Someone is asking me, and I'm having a hard time getting it to let me share the thing live. But yes, Val's Maka. This is live. This particular is a user named Nayevsky. But we have some other images that I'm going to go back and forth from. I'm not able to embed him. I want to show you right now what it is that we can, a better look at what we can see the police actually doing. It's crazy. This is right here is what we can see actually going on. And you can see it's just one officer after another going into the building because they've taken over this building and they need to get all those protesters out of the building. And this guy just can't understand. I don't know why they need to be here. On his stream, we can see that there's a drone.
But that I'm not sure of at this point. I can only see for certain that, officer.
That's the drone right there.
No. 114 is bad. Come to. Let me send you the location. It's 123, 122.
I don't. They've sent in. I don't know how many cops. And now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
They've now lit up the inside and are going in faster.
I mean, we've got over 10 cops right here about to go in. And they've had probably a dozen more that have already gone inside. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then they kind of get close together. You have 5, 6. But you've got at least 12 cops that are about to go in, and they've had 12 more that have already gone in. They've had quite a few. I hear this
No worries.
In a way, I feel kind of bad for the guy that he doesn't know how to shut off his notifications. It's kind of funny in a way.
What's that?
Oh, okay. I'm glad to see here that I do, in the upper left-hand corner, I do have the chat showing up. But dang, those were small.
Oh. Are they struggling to get in?
Oh yeah.
They are pissed, but so much of this they have brought on themselves. I'm sorry, but it's true. You know, they could protest about all kinds of shit. I don't care. I want to be able to have the freedom to protest things too.
I'm gonna follow.
There was one or two protests that I went to when they were doing the lockdowns. So, you know.
All right, I'm gonna catch you up while the last people go into the building.
The importance.
Just gonna recap exactly what's happened for the past 3.5 hours. About 3 hours and 20 minutes ago.
But there's been all kinds of rules that they have refused to follow.
And I saw barricades going up. I asked the police, "Are we allowed to be here?"
Hamilton
They said
Hall
yes.
At Columbia?
They said, "Do you want to leave?" I said no.
And I believe the reason they're going into this building, I don't remember if this is Hamilton Hall.
Cut to.
But the reason they're going into this building
there was twice the police presence
is because
for every
they've
cop there were 2
occupied that
protesters.
building. And they're not allowed to
2-to-1
occupy the
distribution.
building.
After that, it would decrease.
They could stand in the quad area somewhere on campus.
About 45 minutes ago,
some campuses will have designated
they decided
it
was blockaded and they were allowing people to walk through.
You can chant. You can do the dances that they get mocked for on social media.
There's a lot of people chanting.
Everybody's like, what the fuck is this? They can do all of that. They can absolutely 100% do all that. The same way I could do it if I wanted to go out and protest the sham trials that are going on in New York. I could sit there on the street corner and I could do that. What I can't do is barricade myself in a building and prevent ease of access for everyone else. Not allowed to do that. Not allowed to do that. And yet they do it anyway.
At any moment, they can break down and fuck you. So I'm just giving you a heads up. That can happen when we go live. There's no way for us to get around this. And if we move further away, you're not going to see anything. Okay? Yeah, it's not.
And yet they want to insist, well, we're just so peaceful.
Situation. Aaron has been feeding in the video live. Did you guys see that big massive video truck come in? Okay, that's what I need my writer.
Just
for the past 2.5 hours, 3 hours, they were letting only students go through. I couldn't leave the area because it was blockaded by police. And only students were allowed to enter and exit. And then suspended students were allowed to enter
Protesters are screaming and basically shut the campus
themselves.
down.
So there were all students out here. They were chanting. They were protesting peacefully. No damage was done. Nothing was going on for 2.5 hours. Then the police speaker started blasting out that you're disrupting pedestrian traffic.
Hi, Molly. Okay, real quickly, we cut that other video already, right? Okay, so that's going to be one of my videos. The video that we're actually going to use first is what we're going to cut right here. Darren is feeding that live, and there's a major, huge vehicle, a big black truck that moves in and goes right next to him into the pedal. And then you can see the cops moving up the ladder to get in through the window. I need you, yeah, that's the very first video. It's going to be this thing coming in and moving up. I'm going to see a video all the things first video. The second video is going to be the stuff that okay, thanks.
Behind me, there's a bit of chaos off to the other side, and maybe to the other side a little bit more chaos. I can't really get a feel for it. Maybe we can set the scene.
So this one must be a little bit behind here. Oh yeah, this one isn't even.
It may be a sense of calm right behind me, but don't let the shot be misleading.
But they've
because
stopped
right now
sending so
there's
many police
barricades
officers
that
in.
are preventing people from going into the street where these officers are and getting closer to where the campus is. About, I'm losing track of what time it is, but about an hour or so ago, there were hundreds of protesters that were just outside of the campus gates on the other side of the street here, and at some point, dozens of officers in the right here came through, started moving the barricades, and that's when we started to see, more clashes break out between protesters and police here. It didn't seem to get too violent or anything from what we saw, but we did see the police take about a handful of people into custody here as they were trying to clear them out here. Now, at this point, most people that I'm seeing are abiding by the barricades that are here, that are staying in and are staying on the sidewalk and abiding by the barricades that they've set up. But hours ago, police actually shut down traffic here at Amsterdam for cars. So there haven't been cars driving through here, just been people in the street, and now they are, congregating on the sidewalk behind the barricades here, listening to what the police orders were, but I don't know if you can hear them right now chanting "Shame on you, police."
Yeah, I mean, Allie, let's talk about that vehicle, if you will. It's there in the center of the shot. There's a guy standing in the way, but it's a big, black, almost like a fire truck meets a police emergency services.
I want to get in the pen. I'm sitting. One at a time, nice and easy. One at a time, nice and easy. Easy.
Take a step back. We're doing it.
Oh, I have a clue.
Alright, let's see what this guy's showing.
I'm saying exactly where they're letting me be and no further.
If they were not here, the students would be rushing in that building. And again, he has a hard time.
I'm starting to hear something in the distance.
He doesn't know how to turn off. Doesn't understand really what he's protesting about.
Efectivamente, ya la policía
And he
está
doesn't know how
adentro,
to
ya
turn off.
lograron entrar a este edificio donde había algunos manifestantes.
I just saw a flash of light in the distance. I don't know if that's lightning or
lleno
what.
de policías antimotines y empezaron hace unos momentos aquí a la calle donde había bastantes manifestantes protestando de manera pacífica. Sin embargo, fueron removidos para que la policía pudiera entrar con estos enormes camiones.
Having more officers coming to pull things up. They may be doing that because the crowd continues to get even larger.
Pues manifestando.
Or
Ahora
they
ya
may,
están en la parte de adentro. No sabemos qué es lo que está
I don't know,
pasando.
they may be using them for something else. Now let's see, I think Hamilton Hall is at Columbia. They've taken over. Yes, please gather outside Columbia as protesters occupy Hamilton Hall. Yeah. Right. Like, dude, there was, believe it or not, a proper way for you to protest and to make your opinions known and your feelings known. Because if this was about lockdowns, if this was about New York trials that are sham, I would want the right to protest. But you can't do it by taking over a fucking building and preventing a building that's generally publicly available for everyone to use and everyone to. You just can't do
They
that.
got him.
And also,
Bro, this guy with his
most of
baton
these
equipped is like
places,
staring me
they don't
down.
want you setting up
He's mad
permanent
on
or semi-permanent
doing
structures.
perfectly legal
Probably
things,
safety issues involved
like
with
keeping
that.
the police accountable.
They don't want you camping overnight. And at some of these universities, they insist.
I don't know why he has it
They
equipped.
insist.
I don't understand that.
on setting up.
Like, leaving aside anything regarding
And
police, like, I don't get
how
why
peaceful
that's
until the police came. Well, you were told what was going to
Oh yeah,
happen.
the police have been like.
A lot of police moving into different positions right now. It's a massive mobilization. They're pretty large. They're probably going to be fully or to our knowledge, none of these protesters have guns. But you know, they can use weapons. And the less that you hear, that is where they're going.
Don't give up the good spot. I look forward to it.
Just in case I have to switch cameras or anything, do you have your microphone ready?
Yeah, I'll get it.
I would just keep it because we don't
If you
know.
keep dropping or something?
I don't know what keeps happening with the batteries he put in were dead and all this stuff. So I need to have options here.
I'll make sure this is working for you, Alexis. And I won't take it away.
Okay, thank you. You can stick it, back in your bag with it just as long as it's plugged in.
Stuck a hands for a minute
Okay,
here.
yeah, that has to be lightning. That was really great. They're taking video of the crowd.
Why are we
Look at
looking
that.
up at the moon?
That's what surveillance looks like. That's what my tax dollars go into. That's what my tax dollars go into. A drone with a camera and a giant light to shine on protesters. Look at the brightness. That is just from the. Do you see that? That's just the drone taking pictures.
Yep, smile. You're on candid camera.
To get arrested. Some of them moved, some of them did not, and eventually police would use the barricades to push them back, to encourage them to move back.
And really, they didn't so much care about the protesters unscrewing
I'll open it up over here.
as they did care about the ones that were in this building itself. And they were all freaked out about this machine here. They didn't understand what it was. They didn't know that it was a ladder thing to help them get into the building. And the way they were all freaked out about it was hilarious. It was absolutely
So go ahead and take a look at the video. This has been happening here over the past 45 minutes. Police moving in with ESU, with an emergency. ESU, the NY booth with it. It's moving in. Major equipment. A truck here, which is used here by ESU, which allows police to enter a building on the second, third, fourth, fifth floor without having to go into the building, using the building, which allows police to.
Here's a really good shot of the crowd and the number of people.
sea, to the river. Palestine will live forever. Palestine will live forever. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. From the sea to the river.
I like this look because it's possible we might be seeing some people in handcuffs getting let out.
Back gate going into Columbia University. The reason that they're here is because of Hamilton Hall, which is right over my shoulder. That is the hall, the building here on campus that protesters broke into overnight. And police and the mayor are saying most of them are outside professional agitators.
I'm just talking about the hall. I'll zoom into that sign.
Hi. There's no roll cues. I'm just going to say, take a look at the video. That's it. And roll cue to the sides are going to be, here's what they had to say. Okay? Thank you. Hundreds of New York City police officers on the scene here tonight. Most of them were right here. We received an email. We were notified by the police at 9:15. That meant at around 9:30.
Yeah, Maurice, I'm at West 113th and Broadway, and there protesters here for several hours now. You can see them there chanting. They've been holding their signs. There have been barricades here been placed, and there is no vehicle traffic.
I apologize that you may or may not be able to hear my cat in the background.
This area, but there is foot traffic, as you
He's
can see.
occupying himself
Now,
because I
as
won't
the
play with him right now
NYPD
because I'm
vehicles
live
move
streaming.
into the zone past West 113th, these demonstrators really, surround these vehicles and are trying to get past the barricades. It just happened in the last 2-3 minutes, but police are ready. They have their gear. They have those helmets on, the baton ready, and they are well aware of what's happening just a few blocks away here at Columbia as those arrests,
You can see the drone pointing the light, presumably at a crowd. Don't know where.
All right, thank you.
So glad I'm here for this. What do you paint? I think they're bringing students through. Oh, the police union. I don't see students here. I do hear a speaker from inside of the campus. So it seems like students are still fully inside the campus. And there's also, I hear screaming from 116, I think is what it is. Or no, I'm at 116. 112 or 114? Down south from me.
This right here is user naivety.
By the way, up there, that bridge is part of the campus. So you see students out there. And there's some singing. Do you guys hear the singing? I think there's a similar chant on the other side. Yeah, during this entire situation, I mean, you can see the crowd right in front of me. 4 cops just cracking jokes at each other. Bit tone deaf. It's hard to see because of the right up. That is a bridge full of students that are inside of the campus. So they're either suspended students who are still inside or students who just aren't suspended yet. And it is starting to rain right now. The NYPD light seems to have been turned off. Unless that's due to the rain, possibly. It is starting to pour. Give me a moment, chat. You are in my pocket. All right, you're back. I do not have any protective gear. I wasn't expecting it to rain, so it's going to be fun.
Okay, they're about to come to me.
They are?
Yes. Don't worry about the light. I don't care.
All
It's
right.
fine.
Here's Shimon. Can you see? No, I'm good. I don't need it. You don't need it? I don't need it. Give me mic check real quick.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9,
How
10.
does
1,
this
2,
sound,
3.
guys? Okay.
It's terrifying because you apparently haven't been to a whole lot of protests before. Like you're leaving out the fact that they've been occupying Hamilton Hall, and they're not supposed to be occupying Hamilton Hall. Why do you keep admitting that? Really, really. Can't even understand what they're saying. So most of this is featuring the protests that are going on at Columbia and the peace action that's been going on. But in the lower left-hand corner, Lori Arnold is at the Travis County Jail protesting. I'm assuming the it has the title, the Travis County Jail, Utah, UT Austin pro-Palestinian protest. So apparently, these people are outside the jail. So the protesters are being held. That is kind of what I'm assuming is going on. So we're going to go back to nativity here and show what he's showing. I'm assuming that these are protesters that they've arrested from inside the building, or it could be cops. No, I think those are protesters. Those are protesters that have been arrested. They were likely inside Hamilton Hall. Sorry, I had stepped away for a little bit. Tony Bananetti. Thanks for viewing. That thing that I was playing at the beginning, that's one of the favorite speeches that Rabbit has ever done, in my opinion. Very inspiring. Right now, the only thing that we are watching right now is a Twitch streamer who is live in New York. He's been one of the only ones that I've been able to find on mainstream media. Mainstream media plays for a little bit, but at some point they start keeping a lot of videos. They bring in Antifa and then make the peace protest not peace. AKA the Jews? Seriously? The issue that's going on here, Tony, is they could have. I am not a person. You know what? They want to protest something. Protest. I don't care. Stay in the designated area. Hold your side. And do whatever. But these dumbasses barricaded themselves and you know from home. You can't fucking do that. They tried to get them to go out, and they wouldn't, and so now finally they got it. Wait a minute, you're welcome to keep saying that, but I'm gonna ignore anything that's anti-Jewish because it's bullshit. You're entitled for your opinion, but if you're looking for me to agree with you, that's not gonna happen. At least some of the vehicles we've had there are leaving. These guys here are probably going to be there for a while because the crowd is pretty big. Still, we got another shot here. This is somewhat a shot of the crowd. And some people don't understand. Well, if they've been cleared out, why aren't the police still here? They don't need to be here. You gotta understand. As long as the crowd of people they got behind this barricade are still there, until they disperse, the police have to stay there. Because once the police leave, guess what happens? They're gonna go right back where they were unless the crowd's dispersed. And I'm amazed that I've dealt with people that do that. Lori Arnold is in Texas. Apparently she's now living as well. That's where she's at. I mean, it's peaceful. You've got people sitting around. I believe she's shown people making some signs. But they're all sitting down, making signs that they're going to hold up. Very cool. They're allowed to do that. I could care fucking less. But don't be destroying property and barricading yourselves in buildings. Can't do that shit. All right. Right. Free speech is for everyone, even ones you don't agree with. We can hear you, but you're breaking up, dude. Your connections could be loose. It has a battery. The battery could be low. Or it also just could be a cheap light goop. Right now, the big thing that the police are probably doing, they're probably in there taking pictures of any damage, stuff like that. If there were any cameras, they might have a way to access what is on them. They might be doing that. Although generally, it would be like universities that have their own police department or their own security department. They would all have a central location where they were watching all those cameras. So I don't know about that, but they're definitely taking videos of the conditions inside Hamilton Hall. He'll be on scene for a while, trying to make sure that Hamilton Hall is secure, make sure that additional protesters do not move in and try to reoccupy that space. And they'll probably, again, I would imagine that they're taking video and pictures of the conditions of the inside of Hamilton Hall for evidence. They also have to document any damage they themselves may have done, saying, hey, this person that was in this room, we had to bust the door down to get them out because they locked themselves in. I'm not really sure what he's doing right now. He may very well be calling it a night. I think that he's been talking about. Wait, I guess he didn't. No, dude, getting farther away from the action didn't improve your mic. Mic's old. You new mic. If he hasn't already, he needs to try unplugging his mic and plugging it back in. Or maybe rebooting the live stream. Apparently, he's going to the area where a lot of their arrests were made. I think we might have seen this. Online, actually. I'm wondering if he's going to see my message. Here's there's still crowds of people in this area that he is going to now. I guess this is kind of in the area where maybe some of the arrests were made. At least he thought like that's where he was trying to go. Oh, this is interesting. I guess there's still people in Hamilton Hall. Wherever he's moved to, there's a lot more action. He needs to consider restarting the stream. not sure what he's doing now. It was too hard to understand him. Did he decide to end it? I'm not sure. He might have been. I'll give him a second and see what's going on. Super weird. I guess he's done, but he hasn't properly ended the stream. So that's kind of weird. Let's see what these are then. Everyone seems to be having problems with their mics. Maybe it's because of the rain? This could be. These all could still be live. Or it could be looping it at this point. Oh, wait. We're back.
but the place I walked to was
Oh, what's going on here? Okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna take one last look. I'm on 110th Street now. We're gonna look north up the street where Columbia is, Broadway. See if we can see anything. Other than that, that's probably gonna be it for the stream. So I'm gonna go ahead and say my goodbyes now, just in case the audio fucks up again. I had to fully restart my phone. That's what the issue was. It was my phone. It wasn't the receiver. It wasn't anything else. I thought it was a water damage issue, but apparently not. But yeah, thank you so much for joining, everybody. Again,
to restart.
It's not my usual content, but as long as there are protests here and there's people who want to watch, I'd be happy to go out and report and showcase that. I mean, that protest, the entire time has been extremely peaceful. As I outlined, I can go through the outline of what happened tonight in the past 4 or 5 hours.
If you are barricading yourself in a building, it
extremely peaceful behavior. Students were arrested even on the street, not just from the campus itself. Unclear why. A long day's work, yeah, for sure. By the way, I don't have a tripod, so I've been holding my hand up this whole time. I feel like those, I don't know, like my hand's gonna fall off. But yeah, I guess now I can say with the last few people that are left, if you do want to.
I guess I was checking things on my phone and I missed what he was doing here. All right, well, let's go back to this.
You're just trying to get to 114, yeah? That's so funny.
Does it make sense to put this many people in one spot?
Are you with SPAC or are you with KCR? Oh, you're
Yeah, I appreciate you all for joining. I'm definitely gonna look to up the quality next time around. I mean, that technical issue that I can't really fix. Yeah, I appreciate you all for joining. Have a beautiful evening, and
all right, so
his stream
is officially over. I'm pretty sure that you can fix it. That you don't
an hour of like just screaming at cops a little bit, but like other than that, a fully peaceful protest. Like they were just making fun of cops and getting recorded by those drones. So all around good people out there.
Yeah, I mean, you're allowed to scream at cops, but
what they
again,
believe in.
they were there because you
of
people
course.
took over.
Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Have a good one. Bye.
Idiots.
And now it's the awkward part where I have to get to my VPN and press the turn off stream button. All right, it's happening now. Bye.
Maurice, police say they used flashbangs to disorient protesters in order to make their way into Hamilton Hall. They said they did not use tear gas whatsoever, but they did what they had to do in order to get inside. Now, you can see officers standing behind me. There's a group, dozens, standing there just making sure that protesters are remaining calm out here. The number has dwindled in the last hour or so, but they are standing firm to ensure that the situation remains calm here. Now, things started coming to a head around 8 o'clock this evening when police started driving down Broadway at 116th Street. You can tell something was going on, but no one really knew what was happening at the time. But you can tell something was brewing. They added barricades up right on 116th Street and Broadway, and that extended across from Columbia all the way across Broadway. And that was after protesters got a bit rowdy on the street. And before tonight, those barricades were only on the sidewalk of Columbia University. Now, hundreds of police officers tonight at a time marched onto the Columbia campus. They made their way to the different encampments, including the one in Hamilton Hall, where they say protesters, some of them identified as outside agitators, barricaded themselves inside with soda machines, chairs, tables, and anything they could get their hands on. They were escorted outside in zip ties and placed on buses before being hauled off. We saw a number of buses being hauled off. At least a handful of buses were parked outside to transport those protesters. And students living in nearby buildings were told to shelter in place, and they did. Some chanted through their windows. And as of now, police are saying dozens of people were taken into custody. We're still waiting to find out the exact number and also what charges they're facing. Live from Morningside Heights, Alicia Reed, CBS 2 News.
Okay, Alicia, thank you. Now let's check in with CBS 2's Naveed Dhaliwal. She was at 113th and Broadway when police moved in. A whole different scene right now, Naveed.
That way.
Yeah, that's right, Maurice. It's not just Columbia that had seen these demonstrations, but other intersections along Broadway where pro-Palestinian demonstrators were chanting and threatening. This right here is West 113th and Broadway. You can see live pictures right now where the crowds are much smaller than they were earlier. Now, earlier demonstrators were charged. They were angry as barricades prevented them from going past West 113th toward Columbia as the NYPD began to make their way onto campus and disband those camps on the lawn. Now, at this intersection, police were ready. They had their gear, they had their helmets, batons, ready for anything possible. No major eventful thing had happened here. However, at one point, NYPD vehicles entered the zone that is past 113th toward 116th. Those vehicles went north toward Columbia, and demonstrators surrounded those vehicles, chanting, screaming, even sat in front of the barricades, threatening police officers. But that you can see right now, this intersection is still closed off, as well as other streets along Broadway still closed off at this time. The police presence has backed off. However, it is still here. Back to you, Maurice.
Thank you so much. And we are learning tonight about these outside agitators that police told us about. The mayor mentioned earlier as well. CBS 2's Dick Brennan here now with more on these folks. Dick.
Yeah, Maurice, police said tonight that protesters with no affiliation to Columbia University smashed their way into Hamilton Hall overnight and staged that takeover. Now, we can tell you that police say they deactivated cameras in the hall and they barricaded doors. Now, they say they've seen these agitators before, although they didn't say where, and they kind of implied that they might be involved in some sort of network. And they released a video also tonight that they say shows those professional agitators at Columbia over the last few days. Now, one more thing they mentioned, they're concerned that they would be working on multiple campuses in the U.S., or perhaps why we saw such a strong response tonight by the NYPD. And now the tent encampment, it's been on the campus for some 2 weeks. You see video of this earlier today. Protesters had refused to move. And as of today, we estimated there were probably a few dozen protesters left in the encampment. Well, tonight, the NYPD confirmed the encampment has been cleared. The protesters were removed. An extraordinary evening here in New York.
Truly, I can't remember anything quite like it, right, Dick? I mean, we've been around for a few years,
We've
and
seen a few
this is a different one.
responses by the NYPD, and obviously they had their concerns about the so-called agitators. I mean, but as we talked about earlier, they were also moving it on students. So presumably there were a lot of frightened students there too.
Right, they backed down on the riot gear. They overwhelmed the whole area with a huge number of officers. That's the first rule of a situation like this: flood the zone really with officers and overwhelm it and take control. That's what they did.
Because they didn't know what they were going to expect, particularly because of the so-called outside agitators. Fortunately, it seems, at least the reports we're getting now, that there were no injuries and no great resistance, but that all needs to be sorted out by the NYPD. Presumably they'll have a press conference later.
All right, Dick, thank you so much. Meantime, we should mention that right now, due to the increased police activity, there is an impact to public transit. The one train bypassing the Columbia University stop there in both directions at 116th Street. Instead, MTA says you should take the B or the C train if you're trying to get to 116th Street. Our coverage on the protests at Columbia tonight continue, and the arrests as well. We're going to take it back out live to the campus where police still on the scene, but the protesters have seemingly cleared out. We're going to talk with a former NYPD deputy commissioner about the NYPD's tactics tonight. And there's another scene unfolding. This is at City College. There are protests there, including flares, and the protesters refusing to leave. This is just 20 blocks away from Columbia University going uptown. We'll have much more on that for you straight ahead. Also tonight, Lonnie tracking our first alert forecast. We saw some storms tonight, Lon.
We did see some storms. However, if you look at the radar right now, while there is still some rain out there, anything heavy has moved out of the area. Will any of that rain stick around for your morning? I'm going to address that question right after the break, so come on back.
Okay, Lonnie, and a tough one for Knicks fans tonight at the Garden. Larry in for Otis tonight. Larry.
Yeah, Mo, they were hoping to party like it was 1999, get a home playoff win at the Garden, but instead it was the Sixers doing the celebrating. A reversal of Game 2 where the Knicks miraculously pull out that late win tonight. Philly hit New York with that Uno reverse. How the Knicks caught up a game late in the final 30 seconds and OT.
All right, I think we're going to call it a night. We're going to wrap things up here. Don't think really much else to report. Thanks to any who joined. God bless America. And remember, you may feel small and insignificant, as are we all. But it takes all of us working together to make up the world that we want to have. So there you go. Go out there and make the best life possible. God bless.